is National Marriage Week. The initiative is sponsored by the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. It seeks to proclaim the beauty and the goodness of marriage while also letting couples know what resources are available to them. Joining us now to discuss National Marriage Week is Dominic Lombardi. He is Executive Director of the USCCB Secretariat of Laity, Marriage, Family Life, and Youth. Dominic, welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, Tracy. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Well, Dominic, according to the Pew Research Center, Americans are staying single longer. I think the average age for men is about 30 to get married, 28 for women. What would you tell people who decide to wait, a little later in life to get married?
I think that actually something that needs to precede is a spiritual life and discernment. And so what guides our decisions is our relationship with the Lord. And so whenever we meet that person or that person meets us, that relationship is founded upon that relationship with the Lord, and the Lord will guide us to the time in which He's calling us to the sacrament. But in a culture in which autonomy is emphasized, where people come from a family in which divorce has been experienced, people do not feel confident or secure. And so part of this of marrying later in life is an inability to make a commitment. And we really have to go to the origin of why people are having that difficulty, and that origin is their relationship with God.
And are there resources that are available to couples who maybe are going through this?
Sure. I think that we do have the website foryourmarriage.org, which has a wide array of resources, but also the witnesses of Catholic couples about their faith, about their struggles, about how the Lord has entered into their lives and brought them to a fruitful and wonderful marriage. So that would be a great place to go for information.
Great. What have couples said, or have couples said anything to you or anyone else in the organization about how those resources may have helped them?
I think especially where they find the witness of other couples who have had the same struggles as they have, and they can see how they've dealt with those issues and how they've grown and matured in life, and how the Lord has healed them and brought them to fruitfulness.
Great. Switching gears a little bit, earlier this year, the church officials in Spain unveiled a course for couples that were looking to get married. And I know it's about a 2 to 3 year course with the idea of lowering the divorce rates and getting people to hang in there and stay married. Do you think that this is something that the USCCB would consider?
Well, I know that in dioceses, there is a requirement, and it varies in time from a year to perhaps 6 months before marriage, that there's a requirement for marriage preparation. We know statistically, even from secular contexts, that any form of marriage preparation, 6 weeks or so, leads to lower divorce rates. So the fact that the Catholic Church requires 9 months to a year in many dioceses is a great aid to society. It really depends upon the couple, though, in many respects, so that 2 to 3 years, it may be the case for many couples today who come with that uncertainty in their lives, this period of what we would call like a catechumenate. But there's also something significant in that there's a kind of choice that we make to God, that we don't know all the things that we're going to encounter in married life. And that the church accompanies couples and marriages throughout their lives. And so the key is that it's not just preparing for the wedding day, it's beyond the wedding day, and for the whole of life, the couples need to be close to the church and the church needs to be close to them.
Well, Dominic, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your insight. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, Tracy.
Dominic Lombardi, Executive Director of the USCCB Secretariat of Laity, Marriage, Family Life, and Youth. Thanks again, Dominic.
Thank you.